What the heck is property damage? This week we're going to focus on auto insurance. Do you know what property damage is? It's not your car if that's what you're thinking. So let's start with an example. We're on 101, we're going down in the morning to 95, and you go past the 111 exit and you make that big turn, and if you know in the morning it gets blinding light. You can't see in front of you, so you put your visor down, you put your sunglasses on, and you look up, and guess what? There's red lights, and bam, you're straight into that car. And if there's black ice, if there is anything else, it causes a big accident. So let's say a couple weeks ago, I actually saw this. There was a 3-4 car accident out there. So let's look at some cars, and you hit a 2012, let's say Honda Civic. You then also hit a 2018 BMW, and then you have a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. Do you know if your insurance would be able to cover that? I did a little comparison, and if let's say all three of these cars were totaled, it would be about $75,000 worth of property damage. So property damage is if you cause the accident, you're responsible for the property damage to someone else. So that could be a car, that could be a fence, that could be a guardrail. Whatever you hit and property is damage. So let's look at your policy. It's normally the second line item on your policy. Sometimes it's built in and it says bodily injury / property damage. So if you have $75,000 worth, you would need more than that to be able to cover it. So most of my policies, I have $100,000 on it, so all of my customers would be able to have their insurance policy pay out, and they wouldn't have to pay anything except their deductible. But the crazy thing in New Hampshire is the minimum property damage to have on a policy is $25,000. I haven't seen that yet, but a lot of people come in and it's about $50,000. So you could be out $25,000 to $50,000. And in New Hampshire, you are required to pay out property damage because it's to someone else, it's to a third party. So we want to make sure that you're covered and that you don't all of a sudden have this extra expense, because no one plans to go on the road and get an accident, slip on black ice, but it can happen. So we need to make sure your policy will be able to cover you to the best of its ability. So what the heck is property damage? I hope you know now, but if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Please like and share the Toby Amaro page with all your friends and family, and I'll see you next week.